Boxing King Media in association with Boxer here at Anfield, which your favourite home in football.
Absolutely, yeah. I love this place. I've been coming here since I was a kid. My mum went out with a Scouser for many years after my parents split up, and my dad's a Leeds fan. I never wanted to follow him, and I became a Liverpool fan, and I just absolutely love this club. And I love the people, and it breaks my heart to see what's happening in the community out there at the moment. And I just was really proud of our fighters, and Fraser Clark, who's from Manchester. Well, he's a Manchester United fan from Burton, but even he said how important it is for the city of Liverpool to come together. Same with Tasha and Liam, and it's great that we're talking about some positivity in sport. It's a big weekend with the Merseyside Derby. Obviously, it was a big night here last night with the Liverpool win, and hopefully Saturday night will be a fantastic one with some cracking action and some really good fights.
Definitely. We'll start with local lad Liam Smith. He's got an unknown opponent. Obviously, when you guys signed Liam, the rumours were that he was going to be promised a Chris Eubank Jr. fight. So the first thing I want to ask you is, was that part of the deal initially?
No, he wanted a fight. He wanted a homecoming fight in Liverpool. That was really important to him, and he wants big fights. So very difficult to make everything happen at once. Obviously, Chris has signed to fight Conor Benn, which is an intriguing, curious, big casual fight. Doesn't help Liam, but look, if Chris comes through that, and I'm sure Conor will have his say in that, but if Chris comes through that, that's a fight that I'm sure we can make. If not, we'll have to look at a world title opportunity or other big fights. That's what he's asked us for. That's what he wants for this stage of his career, big fights or world title shots. But I think it was important for him to have one homecoming in Liverpool. He's been on the road. Obviously, he had that difficult night in Russia where he felt he won, and many people did. And then he had the brilliant win over Jesse Vargas in New York. I think it's good to bring him back to Liverpool. It's our first night of the season. Tasha Jonas in a wonderful unification fight to support. And I think Liam, he's got a tough test early on. You say he's unknown. He came over and took apart Sam Eggington. He's beaten Julius Ndongo. He's a big puncher, and he's won his last 10. So he can't be taken lightly. Should Liam come through? Of course he should. He's got the class to deal with him, but early on it could be very, very difficult, and he might need the fans to get him through some bumps on the road. But it's a great fight. Shakan Peters just walked past me. What an enormous light heavyweight he is, in with Dan Aziz. That's a great British title fight. We've got Fraser Clark, Adam Azim. It should be a cracker.
With regards to Shakan Peters and Dan Aziz, Dan obviously modelled himself on Hagler, and Shakan's a big fan of Tommy Hearns. I think you guys have missed an opportunity to tap into that.
I'm a massive fan of Tommy Hearns. He was my hero. The big socks and all that. Very difficult to compare British titles with legends, but ultimately I think Dan Aziz was inspired by Marvin Hagler. That's the long socks. He's old-fashioned. He wants to do it the hard way. And obviously, Tommy Hearns was an enormously tall guy, fought a welterweight mainly, of course, that was his big weight, and then went up the weights. But this is a light heavyweight. I don't know how he packs that into 12 stone 7. The height he's got is ridiculous, but it's a good fight. It's a great British title fight. A former champion and a current champion, contrasting styles. It's been talked about a long time, and I see it as a really good 50-50 to kick off the night.
I think you guys have been heckled before online in the past about the quality of the undercards. You're opening with Shakan Peters, Dan Aziz. That's good enough to top of the bill for any show.
Don't we get heckled on every fight, on every show? And I think that's part and parcel of the business. That's what everybody has. All we can do is try and do the best for our customers at Sky, best for the fighters at Boxer, and make sure everyone has a great night, entertainment-wise, from fans who are in the arena to our customers, and many of them watching at home on our Saturday fight nights. So it's difficult. It's very difficult to match the likes of Adam and Fraser and the young guns who are coming through so powerfully, especially the last Olympic cycle in Rio with so much success. Very, very difficult to match those in the early days when they've been fighting at such high level as amateurs. So we're doing what we can. We're going to keep momentum going. We're doing it our way. We're still in a rebuilding process. A year on only from Matchem's move to the zone, so we're in a good space, and we've got some terrific nights to come in the autumn and winter, and we're very excited about the position we now have in boxing, and also what everyone's doing on the other channels, whether it's BT, a great fight with Parker and Joyce coming up. We mentioned the Conor Benn and Eubank fight on the zone, and there's some really good fights out there. Canelo's back soon. It's a fantastic sort of global picture, but we want to put big Fight's on in Britain, that's important to us. Tournament show coming up soon again. So yeah, we're looking forward to what the future holds.
Adam Azim, Argentinian opponent for him to see if he can get rounds. The guys have been stopped in 9 fights. I want to ask you about Josh Taylor's given up pretty much all his belts apart from one. So could that kind of help you guys progress Adam towards a world title? Because he's already said he wants a world title. He wants to be the youngest ever. Are you guys looking to try and fulfill that dream for him?
I don't think it's up to us to fulfill it. It's mainly down to Shane McGuigan and the team, what they feel is right for Adam. We're not around him every day. What I see in Adam Azim is potential star quality. There's no doubt about that. He's got bundles of talent. He's got charisma. He's got the backflips. He's a big Liverpool fan, which he ties to a football club. He's a big cricket fan. There's a lot to go out with Adam, but the most important thing is he's guided in the right way. I think he'd fight for a world title on Saturday if it was up to him, but that's why he's got a team around him, a very good team, and they'll be the key deciders on sort of where it goes. The knowledge that Barry, Shane, Jake all have, the McGuigan family, is huge. Obviously, Boxer and Ben are right behind him and will be looking to sort of push him in exactly the right way. And as far as we're going, it's all going well. So there's no rush from my side. I'd like to see him fighting in big cards around the country, building the fan base, so that when we get the big fights, he's got a huge following and we've got a huge support base. That's the key with Adam. But yeah, I think he wants to fast track, and to be honest, the way he's dealing with the preliminary opposition, it's going to be tough to hold him back.
Definitely. And I know you push your time, so I'll quickly rush through some other subjects. Fury, AJ versus Usyk. Obviously, there was a lot of talk about the build-up to the show, whether it was publicised properly or not. What kind of numbers did it do? If you can't give me the exact number, was it as good as the first fight?
Yeah, we did very well with it, and we're very pleased with it. I think it was a very successful night. Obviously, we weren't really in control. We didn't host the world feed. We didn't do the production. We were sort of, Whisper helped us, and we went out, obviously had a small team out there, and it was very late. We did the deal very late on, so ultimately it was a short build-up, but we're very pleased with the business and very pleased with the fight. AJ fought really well. I thought he was terrific, competitive all the way through, and Usyk was, he's a once-in-a-generation fighter, a bit like Tyson Fury, and I think that, those two, and I think as Anthony said afterwards in, the sort of speech, the rant, whatever you call it, that's had a lot of publicity. I think what he was actually saying in there was really that he's a fighter who started late, and these guys are, Tyson and Alexander are there from the beginning. They've been born to box almost, and that's true. And I think no disgrace losing to Usyk, and AJ's got plenty of time ahead. I'm sure he'll be back in the ring soon. I look forward to seeing that and continuing his journey. And as far as Alexander, I'm sure the big fight will be made with Tyson Fury, and the world awaits that, because he's very special, Alexander, and everything that's happened in Ukraine, it's been so tough for him, and I know he's back there now, and you've got to be very proud of him and as a role model. But it was a great fight and a great night, and I think both of them fought their hearts out, and that was just great for boxing.
I don't know if you're able to say, did it do more or less than the first fight?
I'm not sure, because these things take time to come in. I don't have the knowledge of all the buys that come in, but I know it did good business, and we're very pleased with it. And we're very pleased that Anthony was terrific in the fight, and so was Alexander. And everyone's saying to me it was a great fight, and if that 9th round, and if he'd built on it in the 10th, but Alexander showed why he's a true champion by turning the tide just when it was getting tough, and winning those latter minutes, and coming out with a much-deserved victory. But for me, AJ comes out with real credit from the way he fought.
There's 2 more questions, Adam. If the Saudis go in for Fury versus Usyk, if they buy the rights the way they did for the AJ Usyk fight, would you guys be interested in getting?
We'd be silly not to be, wouldn't we? I mean, ultimately, we want to put on the best fights for our customers. So if we have the opportunity, we'll go in again. I think it's slightly different because Bob Arum and Frank Warren have Tyson Fury, and they have a deal with BT, so that could be tough. But also, BT is on our platform, so slightly different to the DAZN situation. who knows? We'll see what happens. But if we've got the opportunity to bid, I'm sure we will. Yeah, whoever lands that fight is going to have the undisputed. So yeah, let's see where it ends up. But of course, we're interested. We're interested in Alexander Usyk. AJ's made a decision to go to DAZN, and he goes with our very best wishes. And as I said, I thought he fought fantastically, and it was great to have one more fight with him. But we know the DAZN Matchroom deal pushes AJ in a different direction. There's a lot of love from Sky for AJ, and there's a lot of love for Alexander Usyk because he's been with us for a few years now, and we'd love to continue that relationship.
Also, further online rumours, Daniel Dubois, Dillian Whyte, there's a lot of talk that could be getting made with Whyte being with you guys under the Boxer banner, and also potentially Josh Taylor, Catterall being on the same show. Do you know anything about that?
All I know is that there's a lot of conversations to be had. I know that Ben and Frank worked together with George to get the Joseph Parker deal done on BT, which was, it's not a Sky fight, so it's not as good for us, but it's great for boxing, and it's fantastic that that fight can actually happen and the public can enjoy it, and maybe there'll be one working back in our way, and maybe that will be some sort of plan. But I've just got back off holiday. I need to sit down with the guys and work out what's best for Sky and for Boxer, and BT have had a great year, DAZN have had a great year, and so have we. So everyone's in a good position. Add Wasserman and Channel 5 to that mix, and look, boxing's in a really healthy place, and I'm just looking forward to Saturday night. I'm looking forward to September the 10th, which is a huge moment and night for us on Sky with the all-women card, the female card, topped by the wonderful fight between Clarissa Shields and Savannah Marshall. I cannot wait for that, and we've got a really powerful autumn and winter ahead, and looks like it's pretty powerful for boxing, full stop.
Last quick word on Eddie Hearn's announcement with the deal in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
Opinions on that, and could we see boxing some sort of similar deal?
Look, I think Eddie's obviously got a global deal with DAZN, so it's very important for him to utilise different venues around the world. Boxer, the deal with us is really in the UK. We want to build at 10 o'clock at night, 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, the big names with Boxer going forward. Saturday fight nights are important for us, and obviously we'd like to have the majority on home soil. We went out to Saudi obviously for the AJ fight, and we'll travel. We have a deal with Top Rank. They provide us the global entertainment, and most of that's from America. We went out for the Shakur Stevenson fight, and no doubt we'll go out again. But for us, it's important that Top Rank are coming over here with Michaela Mayer. They came over here obviously with Tyson Fury and Dillian Whyte, and all that was a BT night. That was really important for us to see Top Rank come here. So that's good. But for me, it's a Boxer in the UK. It's a Top Rank global thing. And as far as DAZN and Matchroom business go, that's their business. But if the fighters are thriving and they're getting paid and they're getting the great fights, then to me it doesn't really matter where the fights actually take place. They'll be broadcast and brought to the customers. So yeah, it's not really our domain. That's the promoters who decide where the fights take place. But we'll hopefully keep broadcasting the very best in boxing entertainment for Sky Sports.
Adam Smith, all the best Saturday night. Thank you for your time.
Thanks a lot.